This is question number 11 on the June 2013 non-calculator paper. Now, let's read the question. And one of the first things that I noticed about this question is that there's a star next to the question. So that means that I need to write a sentence for my answer. There's some marks for quality of written communication. Reading the question, it says, Debbie drove from junction 12 to junction 13 on a motorway. The travel graph below shows Debbie's journey. So the distance from junction 12 in kilometers, there it is, I have the line, and time in minutes. Ian also drove from junction 12 to junction 13 on the same motorway. He drove at an average speed of 66 kilometers per hour. Who had the faster average speed, Debbie or Ian? You must explain your answer. So my answer is going to be the word Debbie or Ian, and I need to explain why. I need to use some maths to explain why. And I believe this question is to do with speed, right? So if I actually put my speed, distance, time triangle at the side here, speed, distance, time, right? You need to know that, you need to be familiar with that, and you should be able to use that effectively. So what I'm going to do is move the paper up so I could use a bit of space down below. I need to use the graph, and thinking about the graph and how I could use it, well, from what the graph shows me, I can tell that, okay, it goes up to that point there, her journey, and she took 24 minutes to travel 30 kilometers, right? Now just reading this down, I'm going to write it down because I should be able to pick up some marks for just stating that fact. So Debbie took 24 minutes to travel 30 kilometers. Okay, so if I actually think about my speed, distance, time graph, what was her speed? Her speed is distance over time. Now she took 24 minutes to travel 30 kilometers. Now, I'm actually not going to use this, right, because I actually could work this out. The speed, so for example, in Ian's case, his speed was 66 kilometers per hour. I don't need the graph, just need the space below now. So I'm going to focus on this. Ian's average speed was 66 kilometers per hour. So in 1 hour, he would have traveled 66 kilometers. How far would Debbie have traveled in 1 hour? Well, in 24 minutes, she travels 30 kilometers, right? I need to work out how far would she travel in 60 minutes. In 60 minutes, how far would she travel? Now, if I half this, if I half 24, I'll get 12. So theoretically, in 12 minutes, she would travel, what? 15 kilometers. I'll put divide by 2. What do I need to do to 12 to get 60? If I times by 5, 12 times 5 is 60. If I times that by 5, I'll get 75 kilometers. So what that means is, in 60 minutes, she would travel 75 kilometers. Being able to travel 75 kilometers in 60 minutes, that means her speed, so Debbie's speed was 75 kilometers per hour. It is pretty obvious that Debbie was faster than Ian. So I'm going to write a sentence to indicate that. Because Debbie's average speed was 75 kilometers per hour, and Ian's average speed was 66 kilometers per hour. Debbie was faster. Okay, that is a perfect answer. Well, near enough perfect. I think I will give all the marks for this question. You need to make sure you're familiar with this, you're able to understand it, understand exactly what it's saying, what it's asking to do, and be able to get full marks from it. Okay?